Good morning students. My name is Vijay Gupta and you are watching biology classes. So students, in this video we are going to talk about a very important class, Mammalia, which is a class of phylum Chordata. As I have told you in the earlier videos that phylum Chordata consists of many classes. So today in this video we are going to talk about the last or the final class of phylum Chordata, which is class Mammalia. So in this video we will talk about the introduction, the general characters and a very important representative of this class, which is chimpanzee. So let's start the video. First of all, I would like to tell you about the meaning of the word Mammalia. Mammalia means an animal which consists of mammary gland, which is known as Mammalia. So the word Mammalia originated from the Latin word which is mamma. So the Latin word mamma means breast. As you know, breast is present in the females especially, but in case of mammals, mammary glands are present in male as well as in female. So the meaning Mammalia, those animals which consist of mammary glands. Now, what about the introduction? So, first of all, about 5,000 living species. In mammals, there are about 5,000 living species. Next is mammalogy. The study of mammals is known as mammalogy. So the second point, mammalogy, is the study of mammals. Now the next point is Cenozoic era. There is a particular time period of geological scale which is Cenozoic era, in which the development of mammals takes place in enormous conditions. So the age of mammals is known as Cenozoic era, or Cenozoic era is known as age of mammals. So it's again an important point. Now we will talk about the general characters of this phylum. As you can see in the diagram, first of all, they are mostly terrestrial. When the animals are found on the land, they are known as terrestrial. So most of the mammals are terrestrial. Some are aquatic, some may be present in water, like blue whale, that you can say these are aquatic animals, or aerial, and a very few animals are also present in the air, so they are known as aerial animals. I have an example which is bat. Scientifically it is known as Pteropus medius. In English it is called as bat. So you can see it consists of wings, and these wings are actually the modified forelimbs which helps in the flying. So some animals of this class may be aerial, such as bat. Next is hairs are present. The most important characteristic feature of mammal is presence of hairs on the body. All the mammals, as we know that we are humans, we also have hairs on our body. So presence of hair is the characteristic feature, is the peculiar feature of all the mammals. So the hairs are present on the body. Next point is most important character is presence of mammary glands. As I told you before that in class Mammalia, mammary glands are found in male and female, but in females these are developed. So the presence of mammary gland is the most important feature, and mammary glands are actually the modified sweat glands. Sweat are glands which are present on our body and release the sweat to maintain our body temperature. Now the next is limbs are two pairs. As you know that class Mammalia belongs to superclass Tetrapoda. Tetra means four, so the limbs are two pairs or four limbs. These are known as forelimbs and these are known as hind limbs. So the limbs are two pairs. Pentadactylous. When the limbs consist of 5 fingers, then it is known as pentadactylous. So you can see in the diagram there are 5 fingers in each limb which are nailed. So the limbs are pentadactyl. Adapted to various modes. As you know that there are different kinds of mammals. They have different kinds of their limbs, such as in horse you can see the limbs are of this type, helps in the running. As you can see in lion, the limbs are of this type. As you can see in bat, the limbs are this type. So the limbs may be various types because various modes of life Some are modified for running, some for climbing like in chimpanzee, some for walking, some for running, some for flying, as well as some for swimming. So limbs are adopted for the various modes of life. Next is skin is glandular, containing sweat and sebaceous glands. The skin of mammals is glandular, means it consists of glands, and glands are of two types generally, the sweat glands and the sebaceous glands, which are also known as oil glands. So the skin is glandular, sebaceous and sweat glands are found on the body of mammals. Next is the diaphragm present. Now what is diaphragm? Actually, now I want to make a diagram to tell you about the diaphragm. What is diaphragm? Suppose that it is our body. I think now it is clear to you. It is our body, and our body consists of body cavity. Suppose that it is the body cavity. The hollow area which present inside the body is known as body cavity or coelom. So this coelom or this body cavity is further divided into two parts. This separation, this layer which separates the body cavity into two parts is known as diaphragm. So now you know what is diaphragm. The diaphragm is a separation which divides our body cavity into upper thoracic cavity while the lower abdominal cavity. As you know, the upper part is called as thoracic cavity, while the lower part is known as abdominal cavity. So the muscular diaphragm is present in the body cavity of all the mammals, and it is again a characteristic feature of mammal. It is not present in the other classes like amphibia, reptilia, aves, etc. So the diaphragm is only present in the mammals, which divides the body cavity into thoracic cavity and abdominal cavity. Now the next point is presence of 7 cervical vertebrae. Now what is the meaning of cervical vertebrae? As we know that we have vertebral column, and suppose that it is our vertebral column. It is the neck region of vertebral column, and in neck region there are 7 vertebrae, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 7 segments are present in the vertebral column in our neck. These vertebrae are called as cervical vertebrae. Let us understand, the vertebrae which are present in the neck region are called as cervical vertebrae, and in mammals there are a total 7 cervical vertebrae. Not only in human beings, while other mammals, as you can see in giraffe, some people suppose that it has a long neck, so it may be more than 7 cervical vertebrae, but it's not true. The giraffe also have 7 cervical vertebrae, even it has a long neck. So the important thing is that the vertebral column of all the mammals consists of 7 cervical vertebrae. Cervical vertebrae means when the vertebrae of the neck region. Okay. Now the next point is this one is teeth are heterodont, thecodont and diphyodont. Now just try to understand these terms. First of all, teeth. As you know, we have teeth in the buccal cavity. So the condition is the teeth of mammal are heterodont. Heterodont means when all the teeth are not similar. When all the teeth are not similar, as we know that we have 4 types of teeth like incisor, canines, premolars and molars. So all the teeth are morphologically dissimilar. This condition is known as heterodont. Now the next is thecodont. When the teeth is deeply situated in the jawbone or completely encloses in the jaw socket, then it is called as thecodont. Next is diphyodont. When a mammal consists of 2 sets of teeth, in their life period, then it is called as dipyodont condition. As we know, in human beings there are two sets of teeth. The first teeth which appears just after few months of birth, which are known as milk teeth or primary teeth. After 7 to 8 years, these are replaced by the permanent teeth. So when the two sets of teeth is present, then this condition is known as dipyodont condition, which is present only in the mammals. Now the next point is absence of cloaca. As we know that cloaca is a single aperture which is present in amphibians, reptiles, aves. So it is a single aperture in which our genital tract, our urinary tract and our digestive tract open. But in case of mammals, cloaca is totally absent. There are two separate openings for urinary system and for digestive system. The opening of urinary system is known as urinary orifice, while the opening of digestive system, the end portion of digestive system, is known as anus. So cloaca is totally absent in mammals. Now the next point is respiration by lungs. As we know, all the mammals consist of lungs for respiration, which are present in our thoracic cavity. So we have one pair of lungs for the respiration. Now heart is four chambered. As I told you in the aves, the heart is totally four chambered. So you can see in mammals the heart is also four chambered. The upper two smaller chambers are known as auricles, while two larger chambers are known as ventricles. So the heart is completely four chambered. Now the RBCs are non-nucleated. The nucleus was present in the RBCs of amphibians, reptile, but in case of mammals, the RBCs are not nucleated, they are non-nucleated. They are non-nucleated. So it's again an important question, that RBCs of mammals are non-nucleated, means they don't have the nucleus. Next is the point is excretion by kidneys. Excretion is a phenomenon through which we release their excretory waste of the body. So excretion by kidneys. Excretion by kidneys means excretion takes place with the help of kidneys, which are one pair, and the animals are ureotelic. It is a mistake, but it is ureotelic. So the excretion is ureotelic. Ureotelic means when the animal exerted urea in the form of their excretory waste, then the animal is known as ureotelic. So all the mammals are ureotelic. Now the next is cranial nerves are 12 pairs. When the nerves are present inside the cranium, then they are known as cranial nerves. Suppose that the nerve which connect our eye to our brain, that is optic nerve, which is a cranial nerve. The nerve which connect our ears to the brain, which is a cranial nerve. So all the nerves which are present inside the cranium are known as cranial nerves. So the number of cranial nerves in mammals are 12 pairs. Now the next is external ear with ear pinna. I'll again make a diagram for the ear pinna. So look at the board, everyone. I told you that external ear with ear pinna. Now, what is the meaning of ear pinna? So you can see in the diagram, it is ear pinna. Now as we know that these are not ears, these are the pinna, external ear or ear pinna. So presence of pinna or external ear is the characteristic feature of all the mammals. It is only present in the mammals. So as I told you, external ear with ear pinna, middle ear with 3 ear ossils. Now look at the board, everyone. Suppose that it is our external ear. So it is the external ear. It is eardrum. This structure is the middle ear cavity. And the middle ear consists of 3 ear ossils or 3 ear bones. The small bone is known as ossil. So in our middle ear there are 3 bones present. Now the first one is known as incus, the second malleus, and the last and the smallest one is known as stapes. So in the middle ear of all the mammals there are 3 ear bones or ear ossils. present, which are incus, malleus and stapes, and we all know that stapes is the smallest bone of human body. So the external ear with ear pinna and middle ear with 3 ear ossicles, the incus, the malleus, the stapes. Next point is brain highly developed. As we know that mammals are the most developed animals, so the brain of mammal is highly developed with Carpus callosum. Now what is Carpus callosum? I'll tell you later. So the highly developed brain with Carpus callosum connecting cerebral hemisphere. Now Carpus callosum is the structure which is present in the brain, and it is only present in the mammal. I want to tell you about the Carpus callosum with the help of this model of the brain. As you can see, it is the model of human brain, and the brain is divided into 2 hemispheres. The complete structure is a single sphere, and this sphere is further divided into 2 hemispheres, this one and this one. Now you can see in the LS that it is divided into 2 parts, and you can see the yellow colored part, which is a C-shaped band. This C-shaped band is known as Carpus callosum, and it is made up of nerve fibers, and the function of Carpus callosum is to join both the hemisphere of the brain. So both the hemisphere of brain are attached with the help of Carpus callosum, which is a structure made up by nerve tissues, and it is C-shaped. So presence of Carpus callosum is the characteristic features of all the mammals. Now the next point is sexes separate. Male and female are separate, means the animal is unisexual. So they are unisexual. Testes are present outside in the testis sac in male. As we know that in male the reproductive system consists of testes. Suppose that it is a rough diagram of male reproductive system. So as you can see in the diagram, these are the testes. These are the testes which are present outside of the body in the testis sac. So these are the testis sac in which testes are found. Now why testes are situated outside the body? Because the sperm formation takes place in the testis, and it requires low temperature, but the temperature of body is higher, so the testes are present outside of the abdominal cavity inside the testis sac. It is the reason behind that. So the testes are present outside in the testis sac. Most of the mammals are viviparous. When the animal directly give birth to their young one, then it is called as viviparous, means no egg outside, you can see. So mostly they are viviparous, means they give birth to their young one, but some are exceptions. I'll tell you later about that, but most of the mammals are viviparous. Next is the fetus or the embryo nourishes through placenta. Now again an important point, and I'll tell you what about this point. So look at the board, everyone. What is placenta? Suppose that it is the uterus of a female or the womb of a female, and inside this womb a fetus develops 9 months. So the baby develops 9 months inside the womb of a female. So as I'm trying to make it roughly, so it is the fetus which is developing inside the uterus of female, uterus of mother. From the uterus an important structure arises. This important structure attached to the fetus with the help of umbilical cord, and this structure is known as placenta. So placenta is an important structure which is present on the wall of uterus, and it provides all the nutrition to the developing fetus or the developing embryo. So it is only present in the mammals. So these animals in which placenta is present, and they are known as placental animals. So placenta is an structure which is for the nourishment purpose of the developing fetus or the embryo. So the fetus or embryo nourishes through placenta, as you can see in the diagram. Now the next is parental care is well developed. As we know that the mammals take care of their young ones, and taking care of young ones is known as parental care. It is well marked in all the mammals as they make shelter for their young ones. So the parental care is well developed in the mammals. Next is they are most intelligent animals. As we know that it is the last class of phylum Chordata, so all the members of this class are very intelligent, including human being, as we know that we are the most intelligent animal of the world, and the second one is chimpanzee. So they are the most intelligent animals. Now the warm-blooded or homeotherm, when the temperature of the body remain constant, the animal is known as homeotherm or warm-blooded. So they are capable to maintain their temperature constant. The temperature of the body does not change according to the environmental condition, then the animal is known as homeotherm, or you can say warm-blooded. So they are the warm-blooded or homeotherm animals. Now the next is ribs are 12 pairs. As you can see in our chest, the skeleton consists of ribs. So there are 12 ribs and these are also 12 ribs. So total 12 pairs of ribs are present in all the mammals. So ribs are 12 pairs. I'll tell you in detail in the videos of skeleton system of human beings. I'll make it soon. So the ribs are 12 pairs. The fertilization internal, when the male, especially male, release their sperm inside the body of female, and inside the body of female fertilization takes place, then this type of fertilization is known as internal fertilization. So the fertilization is internal. Now the next is example. Now we'll talk about the examples. As we know that those animals which give birth to their young one are known as mammals. So you know all the examples very clearly. So human beings are mammals. Chimpanzee, as I told you in the diagram, chimpanzee, lion, cow, dog, giraffe, they all are the mammals. Now some important examples are which are important for your competition exams. So I'll tell you about a different animal, that is kangaroo. It is known as Macropus in zoological name, its zoological name. So it is called as pouched mammals. What is the meaning of pouched mammals? Now look at the board. Suppose that it is a kangaroo. Okay, I'm trying to make it roughly. It is kangaroo and these are the forelimbs, and it consists of its baby in a pouch. Its baby is present in a pouch and the pouch is found in the body. So roughly I made it. This is the pouch, and this pouch helps in the development of their young one. This young baby lives in this pouch, and this pouch is known as marsupium. Marsupium. It is an important question for your exam, that in which mammal marsupium is present. So it's kangaroo. Kangaroo consists of marsupium. In English you can say pouch. So these are known as pouched mammals, and the function of marsupium is the development of their young one. So the reason behind that, when the baby is young, it is not completely developed. So the development of this baby completed in the pouch, and the pouch is known as marsupium. So it is semi-developed actually. Now the next is Echidna and Duckbill platypus. As you can see in the screen, Echidna. Echidna, it is also known as Australian ant-eater. It is a mammal which is egg-laying. Another example is duck-billed platypus or Ornithorhynchus. So Echidna and duck-billed platypus are the most important example. Why? Because they are the egg-laying mammals. As I told you before that mammals are viviparous, but these two animals are not viviparous, they are oviparous. they are oviparous and they are egg laying. So it is the important question for your exam, that which mammal is egg laying or oviparous. You can say the Echidna, which is also known as anteater, and the duckbill platypus, which is also known as ornithorhynchus. Both the animals, Echidna and duckbill platypus, are the egg laying mammals. Again, important question for you. So it was all about class Mammalia, the introduction, the general character, and as you can see, it is chimpanzee, pan, troglodytes, its zoological name. So in this video I told you about all about Mammalia. If you have any confusion, any query, then you may ask in the comment section. I will definitely reply you. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.